Hi, this is Ryan, and this is Constance, and we're visiting Utah. We came here to see my dad and her grandpa because he's in the hospital. So we're asking for prayers that when they've done the testing on the biopsy, we hope that what we find is an infection and not a tumor and not cancer. So please lift him up in prayer. If you pray, we will be continuously praying for him. But he's getting some medical work done right now, and we decided to go take a walk. We've missed the mountains, and here we are just enjoying the scenery in Utah. And I have a topic on my mind. Since I've been here, I've been talking about cannabis because I've recently started using it for medicinal use in Washington, where it's legal for that. I use it for my severe headaches. I've recently had a CT scan done, and it's found that I have a vascular anomaly in my head. And that vascular anomaly causes me headaches, causes me to go blind sometimes while I'm driving. It inflames those blood vessels in my head, and it just tears me up. And so when I use cannabis, that pressure goes away, my headaches go away, my vision comes back, and I'm able to function again. Well, I've been talking about these things with my friends here, friends that use prescription medications for a variety of issues. Some use it for pain, some use it for depression, some use prescriptions for anxiety, some use prescriptions for, other issues. Well, the same things, many of the same things that they're using these harmful prescription drugs for, they could easily use cannabis for. And the thing that bothers me more than anything is that these people at one time did use cannabis. When we were kids, we used cannabis for the same reasons. Anxiety, depression, teenage things. Kids go through a lot of these issues when they're changing, when their bodies and their minds, their hormones are changing, and they medicate themselves, they self-medicate. Well, the good thing about marijuana is that you cannot die from it. There's no toxic side effects of marijuana that will kill you. In fact, not one person has ever been known to die from the toxic side effects of marijuana. But tens of thousands of people die from prescription medication overdosing or conflicts with other medication. The toxic side effects of prescription drugs is profound. Everybody knows this. Well, some of my friends, I just had a friend recently pass away, Katie, she just died a couple weeks ago, who used opiates, illegal opiates sometimes, whether it be heroin or whether it be prescription drugs. Instead of using cannabis, where it's so not available around here. I mean, it's so hard to find cannabis in Utah. Instead they get all these other drugs that, Mexican cartels bring in from Mexico, like heroin and cocaine. Well, if cannabis was legal, and if cannabis was legal for medical use, especially here, people wouldn't be dying. People could use cannabis in place of these harmful drugs, including the legal ones, the prescription medications. And I just find it difficult that everybody is so sketchy to talk about cannabis here. It's such a no-no topic. People don't want to be associated with it. Well, I find that troubling. I find that sad. I wish people would, show some sort of protest like they did in Washington and other parts of the country for cannabis, where cannabis is now decriminalized. And, even in Denver, the city ordinance that allows cannabis to be possessed up to an ounce, that changed because the people wanted that change. People didn't stay silent. If they did, that wouldn't have never changed. I say don't stay silent. I say let's save our brothers and sisters from dying, and let's legalize cannabis here in Utah. Let the voice of the people be heard. Educate people Talk about it, victoriously. Don't allow these people to hinder your beliefs or your knowledge of the truth because of their theocracy or because of their religion. Don't allow them to control what you use in your body. Let you be the judge of that. Let you decide. Go educate yourself. Find out how many people died from cannabis last year. 0. You'll find the answer. 0 people died from cannabis last year. But 400,000 people died from a legal drug called tobacco. 400,000 people in America alone died from tobacco. Over 60,000 people died from another legal drug, which is alcohol. Even Cindy McCain, her family, are alcohol pushers. You know, they own these distribution plants and they push alcohol. You know, if the, presidential candidate of the United States can push alcohol, why can't people grow their own cannabis? Why can't they use something that's less harmful than alcohol? It's ridiculous that we're scared of the right-wing nut jobs that try to tell us cannabis is bad. Cannabis is not bad. Cannabis is nowhere likened or close to heroin or cocaine or prescription drugs. Cannabis is less deadly than Prozac. You can't die from cannabis. You can die from Prozac. You can die from Lortabs. You can die from prescription opiates. You can, but you cannot die from cannabis. But it does have medicinal values. Study that. You know that's true. I mean, that's not even a secret anymore. How beneficial is medical marijuana? It is. It's beneficial for the treatment of cancer, for the treatment of AIDS, for the treatment of chronic pain, glaucoma, headaches like I have. It relieves pressure on the blood vessels. It helps with the serotonin production so that depression is treated with cannabis. The more serotonin your body produces, the more comfortable you are in your own skin, the less depressed you are, the more at ease you feel in life. And that's exactly what antidepressants and anti-anxiety drugs do. They increase your serotonin production and they make you feel more comfortable with your own self. That's all cannabis does. Cannabis doesn't make you drunk. Cannabis doesn't make you kill people. Cannabis doesn't make you violent. Cannabis helps your body. And your body naturally makes some of the cannabinoids that can be found in cannabis, that is marijuana. So, if your body produces it and it's helpful and you can't die from it, then be active. Speak out. Educate people and vote correctly. Vote for the candidates that are going to, show some leniency or some understanding of cannabis. And Ralph Nader, Ron Paul, Mike Gravel, a lot of these candidates know that cannabis is good and that it would be helpful to society, and that society wouldn't be burdened by the criminal justice system and the 860,000 people that was arrested for it last year. These people know that we can tax cannabis and put an income into our society, and that we can regulate cannabis. The FDA can test it and make sure that the quality is good and that people aren't going to get some bad stuff that some black market dealer made. You know what I mean? That, if it was legal, there would be so many more benefits to it, to what it is now with it being illegal. So that is all I have to say about this today. I just ask for your prayers for my father and that you would consider cannabis legalization here in Utah. Thanks for your time, and enjoy the beautiful scenery around us. Take care.
No more, I'm a nago a chill. Me nago a chill.